Good day everyone, we're the group 2 and let's talk about Global City. But first, this is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor Mr. Roldan Ardines to use this as an educational material. Objectives. First, students should be able to identify the characteristic and significance of global cities in globalization. Second, students should be able to explain how technology connects the world and transforms social interactions. Lastly, students should be able to discuss the key challenges faced by global cities and global villages, such as the impact of COVID-19.
What is global city? A global city or world city is a city that has a major influence on the world in areas like economics, politics, and culture. For example, think about cities like New York, London, and Tokyo. These cities are centers of power because they influence the world economically, politically, and culturally. They have the world's biggest banks, stock exchanges, and major multinational companies. A global city isn't just about size, it's about impact. A smaller city can still be a global city if it's deeply connected to international network of finance, trade, culture, and communication. For instance, Singapore and Hong Kong are not as big as New York, but they play vital roles in global shipping, finance, and trade.
A global city is defined by several key characteristics. First, it has strong economy, often housing major financial hubs like Wall Street in New York or London banking sector, which influence global markets. Second, cultural influence is the case city like Los Angeles with Hollywood or Paris in fashion. Shape global trends in art, media, and lifestyle. Political power also plays a role as many global cities host international organizations or embassies. New York being home to the United Nations. Global connectivity is crucial with top-notch as infrastructure that links them to the world, such as Dubai roles as a major travel and trade hub. Lastly, technology and innovation drive these cities forward, with Silicon Valley leading in tech development. Together, these factors make a city global and influential.
So these are the examples of global cities. New York City. New York is the most obvious example of a global city. It's the world's financial capital with Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange driving global markets. It's also a major cultural hub, home to Broadway, the fashion industry, and many influential media companies like the New York Times. London. London is another key global city. It plays a central role in global finance, hosting the London Stock Exchange and many multinational companies. Its cultural institutions like British Museum and the West End theaters attracts millions of tourists every year. Tokyo. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is a technological powerhouse. It's home to some of the world's largest tech companies like Sony and Toyota. Dubai. Although smaller than cities like New York or London, Dubai has become a major player in international trade and tourism. Its strategic location between Europe and Asia make it a global hub for travel and commerce.
How global cities drive globalization. Global cities don't just connect with the world, they shape it. As engines of globalization, they bring it together people, businesses, and cultures from across the globe. In terms of trade and finance, global cities like Singapore, London, and New York are critical hubs. Singapore, for example, is a key port that connects Asia to the global supply chain, while cities like London and New York set trends in international finance, moving money and investments across borders. In technology and innovation, cities like San Francisco, Silicon Valley lead the way. Major companies like Apple and Google originate here, revolutionizing how we communicate and conduct business globally. These innovations often start in global cities and spread worldwide. Lastly, global cities are melting pots of cultural exchange. New York's diversity, for instance, allows different cultures to mix, sparking new ideas that shape art, food, and politics on a global scale. In these ways, global cities not only connect but actively drive globalization.
Challenges of global cities during COVID-19. While global cities have many strengths, they also face unique challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. These cities are highly connected and densely populated, making them particularly vulnerable to the spread of the virus. So here are some challenges we face during the COVID-19. So first is health system overloaded. In global cities like New York, London, and Milan, the pandemic put enormous pressure on healthcare system. Hospitals were overwhelmed and there were shortage of supplies like ventilators and protective equipment. The high population density in these cities made difficult to contain the virus quickly. Second is economic impact. Global cities rely heavily on industry like tourism, retail, and hospitality, all of which were hit hard by the pandemic. Many businesses had to shut down or cut their staff and unemployment rose. The loss of international travel also meant the cities like Paris and Dubai saw a major drop in revenue. And lastly is adapting to remote work. Many global cities have adapted by shifting to remote work and online business. Companies in cities like San Francisco and Tokyo turned to technology, allowing employees to work from home. However, this shift has raised questions about the futures of cities. Will people return to office building or remote work become the new normal?
What is Global Village Theory? The Global Village Theory was introduced by Canadian media theorist Marshall McLuhan in 1960s. It proposes that the world through advancement in communication technology is becoming more interconnected, shrinking distances and turning into a village. McLuhan suggested that the theory technology, especially electronic media, will bring people closer together in real time, making physical distances less relevant in social and cultural exchanges. Key of ideas of theory include: first, instant communication. Media technology, especially TV, radio, and later the internet, allows information to travel instantly, making people worldwide aware of each other's lives and cultures. Second, shared experiences. Events that once affected only one area are now witnesses globally, making local happenings feel universally relevant. Third, cultural homogenization. As media spreads, it can promote certain values, ideas, and lifestyles worldwide, which may lead to blending or loss of distinct cultural identities. And lastly, fourth, collective identity and awareness. As people experience similar media content, they develop a shared sense of awareness and empathy across nations. However, the theory also raises questions about cultural domination and loss of diversity, as well as the potential spread of misinformation.
Attributes of a global village. The global village has some key features that define it. First, instant communication. The rise in internet, smartphones, social media allows people to communicate instantly regardless of location. The real-time exchange information enables global conversation and fosters, in a sense, immediately and between different regions of the world. Second is the shared experience. The mass media is internet in the global events like a World Cup or the Olympics create a collective experience that resonate across cultures. Social media's platform amplify this making trends in the news and the viral content accessible everyone almost simultaneously. Third is a global awareness, the rapid and demonstration information that make people more aware of the international issue, whatever the political events, natures, disaster, or social movement. This interconnectedness promote global cooperation that also poses challenges such as misinformation and culture misunderstanding.
Examples of global village. The first one is social media. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram connect people worldwide, allowing real-time discussions and interacts across cultures. The second one is streaming. Services like Netflix and YouTube enable audiences from different countries to watch the same content, creating shared global experiences. The third one is online communities. Platforms like Reddit and gaming forums bring people together globally over shared interests, fostering collaborations and connections. Expanded examples like online gaming like Fortnite or Minecraft connects players globally, allowing them to team up and compete, creating shared experiences across different countries.
The global village had a profound impact on how we build and maintain relationships. Here's how it changed social dynamics. First, cross-cultural connection. One of the biggest changes is that people are now more likely to form relationships with others from different cultures and backgrounds. For instance, someone in the Philippines might have an online friend in Brazil and they can learn from each other's cultures without ever meeting face-to-face. Second, instant communication. The global village allows us to stay connected with families and friends no matter where they are. Apps like WhatsApp, Zoom, and Skype have made it easier to maintain long-distance relationships whether they are professional or personal. Third, changing the way we work. The global village has also transformed the workplace with more businesses adapting to remote work. People from different countries can now collaborate on projects as they were in the same room. But however, the global village also has its downsides. While it brings people closer together, it can sometimes lead to misunderstanding or conflicts due to differences in language, culture, and values.